right, welcome to episode 141 of Genius Take the Wheel. Thank you for watching if you're part of the replay crew. Just finished my leg workout and I'm a little bit scattered. Just a little bit. Anyway, thank you for supporting. Hitting the like button helps the channel. Doesn't cost you anything. And it helps me do stuff with this platform beyond what I can do with it right now. The autopsy is on today's training is a little bit less volume today, since I have generally moved up in weight across the board. I did so today almost purposefully to try to save a little bit of time while getting all of the work in. Kratos! Yeah, Kratos, I'm going to be hitting you up on Discord today. So just be prepared for that. All right, so the autopsy is as follows. Today I was tasked with going up 1 rep per set on the leg press. I did do that successfully. I went to 4 sets of 9 at 455. It was both easier and harder than normal. I was able to hit another mental gear, especially in sets 3 and 4, where I just pushed really, really hard. I wasn't really just trying to overcome the resistance. I was really trying to flex my quads as hard as I could. And then, once you flex your quads really hard, then it's just accepting the stretch or accepting the pressure of the platform, but in a controlled manner. So I've been having a better time with that. So yeah, that's a thing. And then I did the seated leg curl. I just recently moved up in weight, so I decided to stay at 4 sets of 6. Today I did move up in weight on the hack squat to 4 sets of 6 at 245, up from 225. That went a little bit better than I expected. I might move up a rep next time. We'll see. And then 4 sets of 6 again on the seated leg extension at 190 pounds. It's really wasn't very bad at all. So I'm going to see what happens on Thursday, whether or not I add a rep to some of these or all of those movements besides the leg press. But I'll know by how I feel on Thursday. All right. I have vertical pull today. I did take the last 2 days off. I don't think I've taken 2 days off in a row in several months. I felt a little bit fresher. I really did overtrain on Saturday, even though it felt really good. I knew I went a little bit too far on Saturday. That's why I didn't feel bad about taking Sunday off, or Monday. So Joy Walking wants to know, can I leave now? I would probably leave in about 5 minutes, 5 to 7 minutes. It's really not that warm outside today. So, hit the like button too. Come on. All right. So, PepsiCo sued by stupid people because stupid people are stupid. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Joy Walking does not want to hit the like button. I guess nobody really does. I can't blame y'all. It's a lot of hard work. Okay, so thanks, Joy Walking. Appreciate you. All right, so I will be recording a commentary about this hopefully later on today, because Mrs. Evil will not be. What the? Wow. Wow, that guy doesn't seem to understand that that's not a lane anymore. Wow, there are some really. I'm not gonna get into it. I'm just not gonna let that get me mad. I'm not gonna let that get me mad. This guy just drove in the parking lane and then honked his horn at me as he's driving through the parking lane. We'll just leave that alone. Okay. So, PepsiCo owns a lot of different products, a lot of brands that you are familiar with. A lot of them fall under like these really huge umbrellas of conglomerates, really. The Gatorade product line falls under PepsiCo. They own the IP for that, and so they, if there are any legal issues, you're going to be dealing with PepsiCo. Now, there is a class action lawsuit. I forget what state, but I think it might be California, if I'm not mistaken, where people are suing PepsiCo for basically false advertising, because they're claiming that PepsiCo is claiming that Gatorade's protein bars are a health food. Now, they're not saying that they are directly claiming that they're a health food, but by calling it a protein bar that has more grams of sugar in it than grams of protein, they are suggesting that PepsiCo is positioning this product as a health food when it's just junk food with protein in it. Okay? Now, people will sue for anything, even stuff that doesn't make any sense. Okay? Now, I'm going to compare the Gatorade protein bar with, drum roll please, Gatorade. Now, people have looked at Gatorade as a product for athletes. Some people have misunderstood the role that Gatorade plays as far as high performance. So people look at the bottle, they look at the label and see sprinters and tennis players and basketball players, doing all of this stuff. And they're like, wow, if I drink this stuff, I'll be like them. But if you look at the advertising of Gatorade, it is very, very consistent in explaining to you that Gatorade doesn't turn you into an athlete. Gatorade replaces what you lose when you perform athletic endeavors. Oscar's here. What's up? That's the car. No, that's Oscar. Well, we haven't seen Oscar in what, a month? Wow. How you doing, Oscar? Gatorade is meant to replenish fluids, electrolytes, and glycogen, meant to replenish what is lost in movement, high intensity exercise. So for you to get the benefit of Gatorade, you need to be working really, really hard to the point where your blood sugar drops, your electrolyte balance is thrown off, muscles start to cramp, your mouth is really dry, you start to feel even like sleepiness or lightheadedness. You don't get that by sitting on the couch binge watching Netflix. To get the benefit of Gatorade, you need to be engaged in intense exercise for a given period of time. And that's been made very clear. And dietitians and nutritionists have been very, very clear about this. Gatorade will not help you lose weight. Gatorade will help you not pass out. When you are involved in intense exercise, that if done in the right ratios and the right approach, the exercise will help you lose weight. I mean, it won't really help you lose weight. It'll help you burn calories, but it'll raise your basal metabolic rate so that you are burning more calories at rest. And you know, depending on what kind of training you're doing, it will, it'll either help you build muscle, which will raise your basal metabolic rate, or it'll raise your ability to, or raise your VO2 max, which is of cardiovascular efficiency and endurance, which can also help you burn fat as a fuel source, which, okay? Now, what does the Gatorade protein bar claim? Well, Gatorade protein bars are not really advertised to the same gusto as regular Gatorade is advertised. Okay? When you look on the label of a Gatorade protein bar and you look at the different ways that the Gatorade protein bar is marketed, it says nothing about losing weight. It says nothing about being a superfood or a health food. It just says it's a candy bar with protein, or a protein bar that tastes so good you'll forget it's a protein bar. You'll think it's a candy bar. Their marketing of the product is very clear. I actually thought about buying those bars. Do you know why? Because I'm actually looking for the higher fat and higher sugar content, in addition to the high protein count. Why? Because I'm a person who trains very hard. I will use the protein for recovery without a doubt. And I work out so hard that I wipe out my glycogen stores to the point where after the first 25 to 45 minutes, I have to eat gummy candy to keep my blood sugar at a healthy level. That's how hard I train. That's who the product is for. Actual fucking athletes. Oh, the label is too hard to read to see. The label is the same nutrition fact label with the same font as all the other protein bars on the market. Why aren't you suing them? You can actually see under nutrition facts, the first item that you see from macronutrients, fat content. And it'll tell you total fat. It'll sometimes tell you saturated fat and unsaturated fat. The next thing they show you is the carbohydrate count. And under carbohydrate, it'll let you know added sugars, fibers. It's there on the label. Really, really messed up my flow. Can you hear me now? It works now? Oh, okay. This is so dumb. All right. You guys can hear my turn signal, which is good. So I'm gonna give you guys the TLDR. PepsiCo owns the Gatorade brand. Gatorade sells a product that is meant for active athletes. Active athletes many times need elevated calorie intake. The elevated calorie intake will come in the form of fats, sugars, and proteins. Idiots who don't want to read the label are trying to sue PepsiCo for false advertising for claims they claim PepsiCo is making that PepsiCo did not make. I mean, how fucking stupid can people be? They're saying that PepsiCo is suggesting that the product is a health food, but has more grams of sugar in it than grams of protein. Okay? When athletes who train very hard, they burn out their glycogen stores rather quickly. And they need to replace it because having your blood sugar be too high, like diabetics, that's bad. Having your blood sugar too low, like the other type of diabetic, that's also bad. Okay? So these people who are bringing this case, the case should have been thrown out already, but the judge is going to let this lawsuit go ahead, probably because the judge needs some money. PepsiCo never said anything about the Gatorade bar being a health food. I'm just making sure her nasty cancer stick doesn't blow into the car.
She threw something from.
Yeah, the ashes from her cancer stick. She wants to share cancer with everybody on the road. Um, so I want to let you guys know, and it's funny because the regular Gatorade is basically just sugar water with a little bit of potassium and a little bit of sodium, right? Um, Mrs. Evil talking about hitting the wall. We're talking about the wall for athletes, not for Shong Yu. Um, Gatorade is basically sugar water with a little bit of electrolytes in it. And nobody has sued PepsiCo for actual real Gatorade, but you're going to sue PepsiCo for the Gatorade protein bar, which is actually exactly what it claims to be. Now, the funny thing is that people have mixed reviews on the actual taste of the bar, where some people are saying, well, they said it was going to taste just like a candy bar, but it just tastes like a protein bar to me. So if anybody wants to sue when it comes to false advertising, trying to say that it tastes indistinguishable from a candy bar, um, you might have a case there. But for people to say that the nutrition label is too hard to read, the nutrition label is the same as all the other protein bars, all of the other uh, manufactured foods um, that uh, are kind of small, so they have to put the information on there in smaller font because the product itself is rather small. I mean, it's like three ounces at most, something like that. Just a few hundred grams in total. So the product is not that large. So that means that the label cannot be that large. I've seen the label. I've read the label. I know what I'm looking for on the label. Do you know why? Because I'm not stupid. Looking at the label now, 20 grams of protein, 27 grams of sugar, 41 grams of carbs total. Exactly. Right? The label is not hard to read. It is not difficult. Anybody who has passed the fourth grade can read the label. So it is very frustrating to see people are suing companies. There are plenty of legitimate reasons to sue companies. There are plenty of legitimate reasons. This is not one of them. And it really, really does grind my gears. I'm actually going to be reviewing the article that I found. If it had less sugar, it would probably taste like shit. Yeah, I mean, but that's most protein bars, right? If you look at the fat content, Mrs. Evil, tell me what the fat content is. I'm pretty sure there's at least 11 grams of fat, at least 11 grams of fat in that bar. 10. 10 grams of fat plus 41 grams of carbs with 27 of it being sugars. When it says that it's supposed to taste good, those are the nutrition facts for something that is supposed to favor taste over it never claims to be a health food product. It only claims to have elevated levels of protein. And that's why stupid people are suing PepsiCo, because stupid people are stupid. But they're always smart enough to file a lawsuit. You want to sue PepsiCo? Sue PepsiCo for hawking uh, horrible garbage like Pepsi and other soda and chips and all of this other stuff that is widening the waistlines
and shortening the lifespans of Americans and other people in Western countries. You want to sue them for that. But to sue them because an athletic product fits the bill for athletes, you're dumb. Goodness gracious. Now, Mrs. Evil, tell me if on the website Gatorade slash PepsiCo, when they're claiming that it's a health food.
I don't think she's here anymore.
Yes, she is. She's responding. Tell me if on the website they're talking about how healthy it is. Nope, it doesn't say that, does it? So there is no false advertisement, and it's a frivolous lawsuit. And I really, 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 really hope that that they get waxed by PepsiCo's lawyers. I really, really do hope that that's what happens. I just cannot stand people. You know, it never claims to be a low sugar product. It never claims, to be heart healthy. It never claims to really be anything other than something that helps you recover. I'm going to read your comment in a bit, Mrs. Evil. Just allow me to get to a safe place. Mrs. Evil says, when you exercise, you use carbs for energy that are stored in muscles. Refueling with carbohydrates is a critical step in being ready for your next workout. Only talks about being used for refueling and recovery. Never ever claims to be a low calorie, low fat, low sugar product. It does not claim that. So if you're a person that wants to lose weight and you're a fat fuck, then the Gatorade protein bar is not for you. Choose another one. Or cook your own food instead of being a lazy piece of shit. How about that? Can't stand people sometimes, man. It's so painfully cut and dry, too. Like, I mean, is PepsiCo gonna have to? What do they have? Dasani or one of these shitty water brands that they have? Are they gonna have to put on the label "Water is wet"? Caution: the water in this bottle is wet. Like, is that where we're going with this? Because that's what it seems like to me. People are so incredibly stupid. It is mind-boggling. Seriously mind-boggling. Let me make sure that I'm not blocking a driveway. Who the hell called my driveway? None of y'all gonna get that music reference. Oh, wow, I got a lot of space. Nice. If you look at all of the health branded runners products. Mrs. Evil can attest to this. If you look at all of the health branded, you know, run longer, be a marathoner, right? You don't see too many overweight marathoners, okay? The vast majority of them are thin people. You know, they're either eating right at their basal metabolic rate, or they are constantly in some sort of caloric deficit, because you see the motherfuckers getting skinnier and skinnier and skinnier over time. You look on the labels and it's almost all sugar. My Tailwind powder has 25 grams of sugar per scoop. Maybe they should be sued too. So just because these plaintiffs know nothing about nutrition and refuse to hire a dietitian or a nutritionist, or, I don't know, read the website, read the label, now they got PepsiCo in court. Absolutely ridiculous. So I'm going to cover this topic on TSP later on. Um, you know, I eat these gummy candies from Trader Joe's, right? On the bag, it claims to be gummy candy. Do you know what I don't claim it to be? I don't claim it to be a health food, because they never made that claim. They never made that claim. Could you imagine somebody calling you a liar for something that you never said? That's what this lawsuit is. Anyway, I just wanted to get that off my chest. I will be making a formal video about this later on. Um, I'm just annoyed. I'm very annoyed by stupid people. So actually, the hardest part of my day is pretty much over. I had a client at 5 a.m. As soon as I left that, I ran to the car. It was cold outside, or at least it felt cold. It was like 62, 63 degrees with the wind blowing. I was just like, whoa, this is cold as hell. Yeah, winter is coming. For real. She's going to sit next to me and type this in the comment section. Oh my God. Oh man. I watched her type that, y'all. Oh wow. Um, and someone riding their bike against traffic on a one-way street with no helmet.
They have death wish. They want to die.
Oh goodness. Oh goodness. Oh man. So yeah, that was like the major thing that was grinding my gears. Um, I know that there was a very interesting sports story, but I can't remember what it is right now. So I won't really speak on it at this time. But yeah, I just wanted to talk on that frivolous lawsuit. Sorry for the audio problems. You know, whatever, yo. Oh man.
What if the PepsiCo wins the lawsuit,
Oh, they're going to win the lawsuit.
and then they're gonna get something from people who sue them?
Usually in a civil lawsuit, usually the losing side pays the court costs,
Only that?
including including the cost of the legal cost of the side that won. So if the plaintiff loses, it's possible that they may have to pay PepsiCo's lawyer fees, and those fees are high.
But only that, there's no other like like damage of how can I say?
Well, if PepsiCo countersues
Uh-huh.
and they win a countersuit, then the judge or the jury can award damages. Um,
I don't think they're gonna do that, even though
yeah, yeah, I don't. It's just defending a frivolous lawsuit, pretty much. I mean, this is as frivolous as they come.
I mean they are cheaper than water, so I can't blame them actually.
What do you mean?
Like you were worried, you were saying that when they do like they make the product price higher, but sodas are actually cheaper than water,
Yeah,
especially yeah.
yeah. Oh, and you know what's really messed up? A lot of times the 20-ounce Pepsi is more expensive than the 2-liter bottle of Pepsi.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I can't really blame them for price because they are cheaper than water actually. So
Yeah, but it's really more about getting the customer addicted. Like I said, I'm not saying that PepsiCo is like this shining beacon of honest uh, business. They're not, right? Like they sell a lot of their products harm their consumers. Not like Philip Morris, who outright sells poison that legitimately and directly kills their customer. It's not like that. But they don't sell a product that benefits their customers for the most part. But this is not one of those situations where they should ever be held liable um, for what's being claimed, because the claims, it's worse than frivolous. It's just outright baseless and false. And it's like these people that brought this lawsuit, you don't think that their whole team of lawyers, when they crafted um, the marketing for this product, you don't think that they were very, very clear in exactly what the product can and cannot do, so to avoid this exact scenario? Even the protein that I'm drinking right now doesn't claim to be a health product. It claims to be a recovery product, which it does very well. Thank you, Dymatize. No, wait, I shouldn't have even said the name because they ain't paying me.
they will eventually.
Mrs. Evil is headed to pretend to be a good employee. So we will see Mrs. Evil later. Then I will see the rest of you later. Um, I'm going to pretend. No, I'm not going to pretend. I know I'm a good trainer. I just, I don't know. I wanted to keep the theme of pretend going, and that just failed. I'm not going to make myself out to be
Uh,
anything less than what I am. Self-deprecation just doesn't hit like it used to. Anyway, love you guys. Thank you so much for supporting the platform. Please hit the like button if you give a care to. And as always, if you believe yourself to be strong and smart,
안녕,
show it by actually reading the label.
안녕.
See you later.